Hey guys, this is John's Brix here, and today we have another 2021 review. This is the Spider-Man and Ghost Rider versus Carnage. This set comes with 3 minifigs, being this new Spider-Man, new Ghost Rider, and what I believe to be the older Carnage. This retails for $20 in the United States, and it comes with this main build of Ghost Rider's vehicle here. There's nothing really much more to the set, so let's open it up and take a look at our 3 minifigures. So our first of 3 figures here is the new design for the 2021 Spider-Man figure. This figure is new and improved with arm printing over the blue arm. This is a really good look for this figure. The only thing they really could have improved on was using dual molded legs, but pretty much everything else is the same except for that really nice looking arm printing. And he comes with 2 of the little flick spider webs here. For his accessories, you can just press that and they launch out pretty easily. So those are pretty cool, but kind of not super interesting considering he comes in a $10 set, and he's in every single set of the Spider-Man waves in the exact same look. So nothing too crazy here, but definitely an improved look on the previous Spider-Man. So here is the Robbie Reyes Ghost Rider figure. When I first saw this, it kind of scared me, but now it definitely looks a lot better in person. I might ask LEGO for a replacement part because if you can tell, it is definitely a little off-centered there. I'm not sure if it's exactly supposed to be centered. I'm assuming that's how it's supposed to be with that flame there. It's nothing too noticeable, but it's just a little nitpick there. I'm sure they can't make it perfect every time, but with that, obviously, that flame piece is molded on with the head. That's not its own hair piece. So that's why there's that little inaccuracy there. He has no leg or arm printing, which is a little disappointing, but the torso printing looks pretty good. He's got some detail just around, but nothing too crazy about this figure. This is the only exclusive figure to this set, I believe, so definitely a draw towards this set, but in my opinion, the old Ghost Rider was a better figure. So our last figure here is this crazy looking Carnage. We won't go too into detail here because he is in many Spider-Man sets, but now they have this neck attachment on the back here, and he has a lot of the symbiote coming from his arms. This kind of reminds me of the Outriders from the Infinity War sets. He has all of those nice like black lines just all over the red body and a really angry face, very vicious looking and kind of scary. And he definitely does have some back printing here. Let's take that off and show you. Even though he came with a back attachment, LEGO still included back printing, which is cool. So if you lose that or just don't like that attachment, you can just have the regular back printing, which I'm glad they didn't like skimp out on that. But overall, a pretty good figure. Nothing too crazy. They have been reusing Carnage and Venom a lot in these Spider-Man sets. I hope we get some new villains again here soon, but definitely good inclusion. So finally, we have the build for the set here. This is very similar to a Dom's Charger here, and I'm assuming that's what they're going for with the stud shooters on top and just this really nice black look. There are 2 versions to this, one with and without flames, so we'll take a look at the one without flames here first. So this is just a really clean model, not many studs except for like the back here. It's very smooth. The way that they did this at an angle is just perfect. It sits and slopes down really nicely. And then the way that they made this curve, they use these clip parts on those pieces to just straighten them against it. So they did a really good job creating good curvature there. And you can just open up the top there and you can place your Ghost Rider just right inside. There's a steering wheel inside there, as you can see, and then just pop that part right back on, and there's the set. So now let's add the mods to it. So normally they don't want you to have these pins in here if you don't have the mods in there, but I just like the way that looks. But what those pins are for, I can show you here in the manual. It shows you how to transform it into the flames. So you take a lot of those curved parts off and you add these pieces. So I'll show you doing that live really quickly, but you can pretty much do anything. These just suggest how to do that, but let's do this. So first off, you want to take these slope parts off, those 2 like that, and then you take the back slope part off And then you're going to put the Technic pins inside of here if you haven't already. So let's cut to when I do that. So pretty much to do this mod, you just remove these 3 1x2 slopes, and this is what it looks like. So there's some flames on the wheels here, and some on the back. This can roll really nicely. Good feature there. Definitely didn't have a problem creating that, especially at this angle. It still rolls really nicely. And they just used some clips here to clip on these flame parts. Nothing like really too interesting. A lot of color down here, which is kind of surprising, because if you're looking at it from like a weird angle, there's a lot of color under there. But I guess that's okay. You're probably not going to be looking at it from under. And of course, these are just regular stud shooters on top here, which you can just shoot into your hand like so. And those just fit on there. Really nice. They did a really good job designing that. That definitely does look like a Dom's charger. And I really like the technique they used to put this on. So you would normally think that would just sit on the studs there, but it sits on this jumper. So it has some spots up here exposed with these half grills and half studs that are just barely covered by the top piece there. So overall, a very good model and definitely worth the $20. I was actually surprised on how much I would like this, but let's take a look at it in whole and give our final verdict. So for $20 with 212 pieces, 3 minifigs, and a good looking build, I definitely say this is worth the $20. You can get a Spider-Man for the second cheapest way. Cheapest way is to get the $10 Sandman set, but if you're not interested in that, this is another cheap way to get it. A cool new Ghost Rider figure, and an easy way to get Carnage if you don't have that figure already. Plus, the build is a really nice looking car, and if you don't have those flame mods on it, it can pretty much be used for anything, especially if you mod it so those stud shooters aren't on top. You can use it as just a regular car in like your city or whatever. But thank you guys for watching. I would definitely recommend picking this set up, and I'll see you in the next one.